What's up, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite hour of the week, the Anything Better podcast with myself, Paul Virzi, over here, himself over there, Bill Burr, and podcast producing extraordinaire, Andrew Themeles, the Greek freak behind the glass. You guys are listening to episode number Barry Sanders. Now, I thought about other 20s. You got Allen Houston. You got some guys that were great 20s.
Billy Sims.
I mean no disrespect.
2 20s in a row.
But Barry,
Lions.
Barry is Barry. We got it. Barry is Barry. And here's the dopest part about Barry Sanders. For you people that don't know, the guy walked away in his prime. He was staring at records that he could break and easily become the guy if he would have stayed on a team that was bad. And he decided, you know what? I'm going to hang with my kids. Okay. I'm not going to beat up my body and brain. Everybody knows how dope I am, but I know how dope I am. Hey, NFL, fuck off. And that is something to be said about that. So
I don't think he said fuck off. He probably said thanks.
He kind of said, if you're not going to get me help, fuck off. From what I understood.
Oh, that. I don't think he said it to you. He was saying that to the Lions.
Yeah. He was kind of saying, look, dude, I'm not getting beat up for another 3 to 4 years if I'm not getting help. There's something to be said about that.
That's why you should watch that Four Kings documentary.
Yeah, you were saying that.
You got to. I don't. This spoiler alert, man. The coolest thing in sports and entertainment, the hardest thing to do is after you've made your mark and you're starting to slide down the back of the hill to walk away. I say that now as a bald 53-year-old who's still hanging in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bill, I think that's a lot of professions.
No, I don't see dentists hanging around.
That's fucking.
Once, they get them. All right, dude, I got it. I've had enough of people walking in here telling me they hate the dentist. I think, it's a very hard thing to do. And watching that Four Kings documentary, what I got out of that was Sugar Ray Leonard understood the show business aspect of the sport. He understood it. All that retiring and stuff, I know initially it was legit. I'm not saying they weren't all legit retires, but he knew how to build in the anticipation to get it, to make it the highest payday. That guy had that Ringling Brothers thing. He understood, step right up type of shit. Roberto Duran and Tommy Hearns were just pure fighters. Just pure fighters. Those guys would just stand there and literally to the point, if they had the fight won, if you just started throwing haymakers, they were just such fighters. They would stand and trade with you rather than just hang on, just in case the other guy gets a lucky shot in or something. And then Marvin Hagler, I felt, understood life the way very few people do, especially somebody who walks shirtless into an arena and just beats down another person and walks out. So it's like the most manliest thing you could ever do. How do you walk away from that drug? That guy, if you watch that documentary, was so cool. Like Sugar, was retiring and all that shit and making it seem like there was going to be a fight. He fucked with them. It was almost like the beginning. The fight was already on when he was letting him know if the fight was going to happen. And Sugar Ray had all the control. And finally he agrees to do it. They have the fight. It's fucking bullshit. You got to beat the champ. He didn't beat the champ. He wasn't swollen up. He didn't TKO him. He didn't knock him out. But he was Sugar Ray Leonard, and he knew the business. So I feel like they gave it to Ray Leonard because they knew there was going to be a rematch. And then everybody could get paid twice for the same thing.
Right.
But Marvin Hagler walked away. Knew the decision was bullshit, which I agree. I'm not shitting on Ray Leonard. He fought a great fight and everything. But, how it goes in boxing, you have to beat the champ. You have to knock him down, fuck him up, swell him up. Did not do that.
Clearly win.
Yeah. So the split decision does not go to the challenger.
No.
Filthy boxing, they wanted the rematch. Hagler just walks away, right? So everybody's like, oh, all right. So now he's going to do that thing. He's going to do the Sugar thing. I'm retired, and let it build and let it build. And then, I'm sure Ray Leonard thought he was going to come back. So years later, Marvin Hagler is at some sort of boxing event honoring great boxers and everything. And Ray Leonard was there. And according to the documentary, he sent somebody over and said, "Hey, Marvin, just to let you know, Sugar Ray says anytime you want the rematch, it's sitting there and it's waiting for you. We'll make a ton of money. What do you say?" And he goes, "Tell Sugar Ray I said to get a life."
Wow.
How sick is that?
Wow. Dude, that's just a guy.
Like, dude, we are past our prime.
Yeah, he knew.
We're stealing money now. I'm not going to get knocked around. I don't want to knock you around. We should both be hanging out, having a couple of beers, laughing at our beer bellies, and you're still chasing this thing.
Yeah.
I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm not embarrassing the sport, and I'm not going back for this bullshit. I have enough, and I have enough of a life away from this shit that I don't need it. And I already loved Marvin Hagler. I had no idea about that story, and that thing is called The Four Kings on Showtime.
Yeah, I got to check that out. You were saying that, and like, there is something to be said about, I think Derek Jeter left the Yankees at the time where it was like, look, he still was able to play the shortstop position, but you knew that if he played one or two, remember he would go in the hole.
It would have got sad. It would have got, it was never sad. You saw it, everybody diminishes a little, but he never got sad.
No, he would do that play where he would get it in the hole and kind of turn and jump and get it to first. And towards the last year, you knew that he was a year away from not making that throw, and he knew it. And he said, "Fuck." Oh, you know what I was thinking about, Bill, when you were saying that? You think there's like a knee surgeon who's like in lunch in the cafeteria, and like his assistant that's been with him forever is like, "Dude, listen, man, you're just not getting these ACLs the way you used to." Listen, dude,
you're still holding the scalpel where you need to, but you this time next year you can't make that incision. And I'm just saying, it's your decision. I'm just saying that if you walk away now. There's going to be no malpractice. You got an airtight case to be in the Hall of Fame of knee surgeons.
Look,
you know what's great is you never got to see like Derek Jeter finish out on like the Indians or the White Sox or the
dude, that's the best.
Arizona. Is it weird to play considering you guys had that World Series lost to them and didn't have to do any of that shit?
No, Eli Manning too. There were talks about Eli to the Jaguars for a year. And you know what? That football card will always exist. Like if he goes to that team, if Eli Manning went to the Jags or he went to the Cardinals or some team like that, you're going to see him in number 10 and not the team that he was. And
there's
I love
some great ones where there's very few, but some great ones. Dan Marino almost signed, I think, with the Vikings. They were going to sign him after 99. And he was like, no, not doing it. Not chasing it.
Dude, Eli Manning had the dopest quote ever. He stands up at his retirement and he goes, Wellington Mara once said, "Once a giant, always a giant." He goes, "Well, for me, it's only a giant." And I was like, yes, that's the shit, dude. That's the shit. I was like,
yeah, and that lasts forever. And rather than throwing for another fucking 2,800 yards over 2 fucking seasons, yeah, and like in like Houston or some shit. And I'm not shitting on these franchises. I'm just saying like this guy is a giant.
Dude, if Mariano Rivera came out of the pen as a closer for the Royals in his last year, you want to put a fucking just throw up.
And he wasn't automatic anymore.
Giving up bombs and like
Dude, I went to a baseball game on Monday night. Me and Forrest Shaw, he took me to the Dodgers. We sat right behind home plate.
I love that stadium, dude. Yeah. That stadium's the shit, man. Old school, great stadium.
Yeah, it was. It's funny now that it's old school. It was the best of the cookie cutter stadiums because they already had a football stadium there, so it was made specifically for baseball. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating, like the parking lot, how the parking lot goes up the ravine, and like how you could be like. If you come in the stadium from the outfield, you're looking all the way up. It's the only one that has 5 decks. You're looking all the way up there. But if you drive your car around and you're sitting there, you park up there, you like everything's ground level. You're just walking in because it's built into the side of Chavez Ravine.
I walked into Dodger Stadium and I was like, in the upper deck in left field, but lower. And it was like the seats were incredible. And it was just amazing, dude. I fucking
they're
love
great.
it.
They're great fans too, as far as like that's really out of all the teams, I feel like they are entrenched in LA the most, even beyond the Lakers. The Lakers have the championship, so there's a lot of pylon, but like Dodger fans are like, they're like literally from the dirt out here. I feel like it's just something that, Laker fans, they kind of dip in, dip out. Magic's here, dip out. Hey, Kobe, dip out. LeBron, they just sort of, it's like they're, I don't know, tapping in and out and wrestling. But I feel like, not saying they're all like that, because there's nothing better than a diehard Laker fan that can talk all the way back to before Kareem. That's the shit. But anyway, so I went down there. They were playing the Phillies. So we had like the tickets where you could get all this dumb shit that you'd never eat at like a baseball game. And I didn't even realize it. We sat there and all I got the peanuts. It's the only time I eat peanuts, right?
Oh, you went old school.
I had the peanuts and I had 2 Dodger dogs and a Coke.
Oh.
And they were like, we got a filet in there. I fucking sitting there in my lap eating a fucking steak like an asshole. I'm not doing that. But what was great, too, because it was only like 25% capacity, you could really heckle the players. So that Bryce Harper, is that his name? He was up there, and Forrest noticed that his belt had like little sparkles in it.
Oh, my God.
It was more shinier than the other guys.
Oh, my God.
So I was just going, hey, Bryce, I really like your belt. Is yours the shiniest because you're the best player?
Oh, my God.
Dude, but it was uncomfortable. It was so, like, I don't do it to make fun of the player because I have nothing against that guy. I do it to make people around me laugh, but there was nobody there. So then it just kind of felt oddly intimate, like I was really saying this to him, and I just kind of was like, well, this isn't fun, He's not going, fuck you, you bald fuck who never made it anywhere past gym class. He was just standing there blocking me out, so I was just like, it just kind of tapered off.
I talked to this comic who goes,
man, there I am right there. There I am.
Oh, that's great.
TV, yeah, and somebody just tweeted it at me. I didn't share it because
oh my,
private. But dude,
you look so fucking East Coast. That is you look so East Coast at that. That is the best. Oh my God.
I don't wear the paraphernalia. I am there for one. I want to enjoy the game, and I want to make people in my section laugh. That's it. You know what was funny? Was this lady came down to me, and she said, hey, a couple of people back there know who you are. And she goes, do you want to be bothered? Now, if she just said, can they come down and take a picture? I would have said yes. But she says, do you want to be bothered? And I just laughed going, no, I don't want to be bothered. Who wants to be bothered? And then she laughed, and then that was it. One of the few times I ever did it. But then there was, there's only one answer to you want to be bothered.
You know what? Get him down here. Fuck up my.
Do you want to be annoyed? If she just said, hey, this was the way that she phrased it. I thought it was so funny. I had to go for the joke and just said no because I knew I'd make her laugh.
Yeah.
But then my Catholic guilt, I felt bad. Going, I should have done it and blah, 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 blah. It's one of the few times I just haven't done it.
Yeah, why?
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It felt good. Dude, every once in a while you gotta have somebody else pump your gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little luxury, Paul.
Yeah. Oh. No, dude. There's 2 comics. You just reminded me of something. These 2 comics said that I was in Arizona, and he goes, yeah, there was a protest. So we figured, let's just go down there and see what's going on. He goes, they went down there for 10 minutes. He goes, it was literally people just running up to cops going, you fucking piece of shit. He goes, this isn't fun. We just left. He goes, we thought it was going to be like part of something. And he goes, it was guys really running up to guys with families who were just sitting there with a straight face. You fucking, they just looked at each other.
And yelling, you fucking piece of shit at cops does not lessen the gap. And it kills the argument of intelligent people on that side that can make the point. And this, that's why debating stuff on the internet is so stupid. Because this is why people debate. They just go like, hey, fuckhead. Maybe if you blah, 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 like who's listening past, hey, fuckhead?
Yeah, exactly. No,
it's really like a,
Really? Is that how you were raised? Oh, so that's how you were raised. Now we know. And then all of a sudden they just brought your family into it. It's like, that's never going to fucking turn into a productive conversation.
Yeah. You know what it is? Everybody on the internet, they act like, they just, it's the fact that someone can't punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So everybody starts acting like broads, Paul.
Which is a shame.
Just saying whatever they want to say. I was hoping to get a laugh on that. Now we both look like extra misogynistic here. You didn't even blink on that, Paul. That was an over the top. They're making us all act like broads. You just like. I was hoping to get the laugh to take the sting off of what I was saying, but I have to, as someone who now sits and watches The Real Housewives with my wife, because she owns the TV, she just posts up every night and she gets the TV in the bedroom. I just finally gave in and started watching. That is the thing that I've noticed about them is that I know it's just like a TV show, but like the shit that they say to each other is just so fucking. It starts 30 yards out of bounds and continues marching.
You know what?
Because they all live by this code that there's no reason to put a hands on somebody. So, but they don't respect it. They take advantage of it, and then they the shit. Dude, I've seen a few women say shit to other women. It like hurt me for the woman. Yeah. I remember one time this woman said, that's why you can't have kids.
Oof.
And I saw the look of pain on that woman's face, dude. It fucking hurt my heart. I was just like, oh my God. I didn't know I had feelings. It's like, I like making fun of somebody until I find out I actually hurt him. She went for fucking marrow.
Yeah, she went for
I felt like a pain in my chest, like, God damn.
Yeah. She went for just straight pain. And that's something that makes you think later. When somebody says something to you that makes you think later, but you want to know what's funny about that? My little brother.
Wait, that's a victory for them. Their victory is making hurting the other person that they cry. Because I watched the other woman, rather than give in to the emotion and cry, she tried to hold it in.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to give. It was like tapping out.
Yeah.
She had it in the fucking arm. She wasn't going to tap. And then she finally had to tap and started fucking crying. And I was just thinking, like, does that other person feel good? I think when a woman makes another woman cry, it doesn't hold the weight that when as a guy, if you make a woman cry, your wife cries, even if you're 100% right, you just feel like a bully, which is why I only believe about 40% of the tears, personally. You know what I mean?
Right.
They cry wolf a lot, is all I'm saying, Paul. It's a faucet. They all can just sort of turn it. I actually think acting is harder for a guy. It's harder for a man. Paul, I'm going big on this one. It's harder for a man because we're not allowed to access 90% of our fucking feelings. The ones that make you win an award.
Wait, did you get into a fight with your wife before this podcast or no?
Oh, am I going that hard? I'm sorry.
No. I'm just curious. I didn't see my phone go off.
I know. We always do the text. Dude, are you around?
Well, you know.
What I love about you, when you're fucking pissed, you and your wife get into a fight, you always say hello first.
But then I go, you got a minute?
Yeah, you go, dude, you got a minute? I need the vent. And I'll pick up. I'm like, hello. You're like, yeah, Bill, how you doing? Listen, you're not going to believe it. You just launch but you always say hello first.
Yeah, no.
I hope you and your family are well. Listen, my fucking wife. Yeah, you just launch in.
No, Bill goes like this. Virzi, let's go. Listen, dude, you say my last name and then you just go.
I'm right
but in. You reminded me of something my little brother said. So my little brother moved to Idaho. He lives in Sandpoint, Idaho. He met this girl that, seems awesome. Like he got a job, like he got his life together and stuff. And but he's just like he's like a fucking, he's like a outdoorsy long story short, he calls me up. I go, what are you doing, dude? He goes, nothing, man. Me and Krista, we're just watching The Bachelor. And he's so not the Bachelor watcher. Like, if you ever thought of somebody not watching The Bachelor, it's him. And I go, yeah, I go, it's a pretty big show, huh? And he goes, yeah, dude. He goes, kind of into it, you know? He goes, I fucking hated it at first. He said, literally, he said he's watching it and he's going, dude, Mandy and Chandler clearly need to be together, dude. They got the same family. And he's like, he goes, all right, dude, I gotta go. I love you, man. I gotta get back to The Bachelor. She's inside. So when you said the Housewives thing, I can't watch a fucking second of any of that. I can't. I just fucking simply.
No, I'll tell you, the only ones I watch, The Real Housewife of Potomac, because I watched the greatest episode of any Real Housewife ever. I watched The Godfather of the Real Housewives. And then that made me feel like, oh my God, this series is like this. And then I got into it, but it only happened once. I walked in on the episode where the passive aggressive person was talking shit, and then the person that would actually throw down and fight beat the shit out of her. And what happens is, on those shows, on all reality shows, why I don't like them is people are always saying things that are worthy of getting punched in the face. And right before that happens, the crew and everybody descend in to break it up.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's like in the NHL. Like last night, I'm watching Tampa and the Islanders. They're about ready to have a fight with this guy, number 14, with this great hair. He did one of these when he went to the fucking penalty box. I was jealous as shit. And the refs just got in between them. It's just like the crowd's booing, like, what the fuck, man? Come on, man. That's what we came here for, right? I watched the episode where that happened.
That'll do
Dude,
it.
this woman deserved it, and she got a fucking ass kick, and there was a bunch of adults there trying to break it up, and there was nothing they could do about it because this woman just dialed in. She fucking... Yeah. Dude, she was holding her down on the fucking table, and people going, let her go, and she wouldn't let her up. And this woman's face was just... just couldn't move.
Oh my God. I would have watched that too. I would have watched that too.
It was fucking so satisfying to see some. But then I hated
this is served.
I loved it. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, right? And then the next fucking episode, all the chicks sided with the big mouth because they don't want to live in a world where they can get their ass beat for fucking running their yaps. They went back to there absolutely is a reason, and you just fucking saw it. Justice was served. Dismissed. Next case.
Justice was served is the name of this episode. There you go, Andrew.
Fucking loved every second of it. But then they all, it was awful. And then did the shit that, a lot of broads do with, and then they somehow one of the women somehow made this chick's ass beaten about herself. She showed up with a security person, Paul, because she didn't feel safe. You know what was so funny?
No, it's hilarious.
She shows up with a security person. He's sitting in the passenger seat. She's driving in a Mini Cooper. She pulls up like she's fucking Beyonce, and she needs all this fucking security. And then he goes in and he just sits down in the kitchen, just sort of sitting in the threshold. Like a backup goaltender, just wait, going like, is my name going to get on the cup? Really? I haven't stopped a puck unless it was practice since January. But then it just kind of like it tapered off. It tapered off, and then it was just like, oh man, I thought this was the one where people were going to get punched in the face, and then you'd see them become better people, right? Because I think that's why, generally speaking, men are cooler than women, not because we're better people. It's just because we don't want to get punched in the face, and we know that can happen. We're just as cunty as they are. There's my olive branch. We're just as bitchy as they are, but there is a line. The line moves. The line moves. You can get away with more in an office if you came for money and you got on a suit, but there's still a fucking line where you can push it so far that other person doesn't give a shit other than just the sweet sound of their fist hitting your fucking face. And if you lose, dude, you just, as a man, you just took a loss. There's no like, I'm sorry. I have to defend Bill here. There was no reason for what happened to him. No, it's like, no, Bill ran his yap.
Yeah.
Bill got sat the fuck down, and Bill's a bitch because he lost. That's how it works. That's what I've learned watching these woman shows. That does not exist in their world. And because it doesn't, they say horrific shit. They don't work as a team. And Paul, men continue to dominate. As dumb as we are, jalapeno popping, sports watching fucking morons, because we know that we can punch each other in the face.
Poppin'.
We will get on the same page and get a business going. Generally speaking, they can't do it because they can say that, bitch, that's why you can't have kids. They can say that to each other.
Andrew, Bill is in like the batter's box. This is Bill coming in episode 20. Bill's in the batter's box in batting practice when the little kids come down to watch an hour before the game, and he's just hitting them over the face. He's just there like, oh, he might have a good one tonight.
I have learned a lot about women watching these shows. I'm telling you. Remember, you said something the other day, and I broke it down. Somebody said something to you, some woman, and I said why she said that.
Yeah,
and you just went, wow.
When you said that to me and you broke that down and you go, this is exactly why, it literally was like a puzzle in front of my face that just went like that fit perfectly. And I'm going, oh my God.
You know what's so funny, Paul? I'm so dumb. I can't even remember what the fuck it was, but we're still going to win. We're still going to win, Paul, because we can punch each other in the face, because we solve shit with violence and the threat of it.
You would be the greatest.
We fall in line and we can work as a fucking team.
You would be the greatest corner man. If I was ever going to fight somebody, I would want nobody else. Because Bill would say some shit that nobody thought of. Like a normal corner man would be like, no, dude, you're fucking exposing yourself to his left jab. Bill would be like, listen, okay, this guy's mother didn't love him. Like, what the fuck? Like, all right. I'll be like, all right, dude, I guess. Let me fuck. No, but you want to know what's funny, dude? I actually 6 or 7 years ago, probably 7 years ago, I was guilty of like watching the Kardashians like once or twice, because I remember like, no, it's probably like,
actually, I can't watch that show.
No, that show went on for 15 years. Probably like the first 2 years, I remember going, who's this? Like, who's a Kardashian?
I think Kyle Dunnigan goes easy on them.
Oh, on their thing. But dude, I was watching Bentleys. You know me. I go, who's this girl walking into? She was like, oh, I just got this Bentley. And it's like, it's too big. And I'm like, all right, dude, I got to see where this money's coming from. And then I kind of found out, but then the show was fucking horrible. And then it just
nothing happens.
No, it was terrible.
It's people barely opening their mouths talking. That's what drives me nuts. They don't even they're so rich they can't even pronounce. They have so much help. They can't even pronounce words.
Yeah.
It's like, did you ever see that sketch, The Californians?
It's one of my favorites.
They got like it's like someone speeding up and slowing down the audio. That is still to this day one of the shows, if my wife has that on, where my blood starts to boil and I have to get out of the fucking room. I just have to get out of the room.
Yeah.
Dude, they are so fucking boring.
Yeah.
It's boring. Nothing is happening. And I don't know. I don't even know what. I don't even know why.
You know how long that show went on for?
You know what's funny? I got into a fight with my wife the other night, but it worked out good because I didn't take the bait. I just let her yell at me. And then I didn't say shit to her. Not in a bad way. The next day, she was like, how you doing? I'm like, fine. She goes, you don't seem fine. She knew. They know. She's just trying to see if I knew. Hey, did you read about this thing in the paper? Is this nuts?
She knew.
No, she totally knew, right?
They always know.
They always know. Well, that's when she finally said, I'm sorry. I figured out why you're mad at me. I go, you knew since last night.
They don't come aboard. Listen to me. They don't come aboard.
I got Virzi going. Woo!
Listen. They don't come aboard
20 minutes
until they think you'll walk. Until they think you walk, that's when they get fucking
They will cross lines until you got your fucking fedora on with a fucking travel bag walking out the door.
You want to laugh? I just realized how loud that was, and Stacy's in the next room. Because I'll tell you right now, Okay, if you think me and Bill did this thing where we were talking shit, we were just going like we're talking about our lives, our wives, and we're on FaceTime, and I'm whispering in my home, going, because this is bullshit. Okay, nobody's gonna tell me what to do. Okay, because I won't stand for it.
She doesn't know who the fuck she's dealing with. You understand me? I am a fucking man.
Dude, you know what she was watching?
Oh,
Which
fuck,
has
dude.
not aged well at all.
Oh, shit.
She was watching the fucking Sex in the City. I mean, Paul, I am taking rights and lefts from the TV all fucking week.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Real
when is it your
Housewives,
turn?
Kardashians, fucking, like, that's why I can watch Real Housewives now. At least it's not, dude, Sex in the City, I swear to God, is written by a 60-year-old gay guy who isn't funny. They are the fucking worst jokes. And it's all like that. Oh, honey, da-da-da-da-do. Like, there was a fucking joke on that one where they were at some party, and then one of them's going like, I thought this was an A-list party. And she's like, it is. Then what's with the double D's by the pool?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Dude, it was like a gut punch. And there's nothing I could do but just shit all over it. And she finally looks at me. She goes, will you shut up? You said something after every fucking line. And I was like, I didn't realize it was every line. So I was like, all right. So I just, I put
Bill,
my
when
headphones
do you watch
on,
TV,
Paul.
Bill?
I put my headphones on. I listened to the Kingston Trio, and I went to bed.
But how come you don't have a schedule? How come you don't get the TV? I just keep hearing her shows.
I always feel like I am in this alone. That's what you would get. It would become tears. It would become tears. It's like, I've come her way. I'm watching I'm watching the Real Housewives. Is she going to come my way and watch fucking Vegas Nights bounce the fucking Blue Blanc Rouge cunts out of the fucking playoffs? I tried to get her to sit down to watch the fucking Four Kings.
Oh, my God,
dude. Within 3 minutes, she was on her phone. She goes, I'm sorry, it didn't grab me. It's like, all right. I sat down in the dark in the living room and watched it by myself.
Oh, this is so fun to me. Bill, you did not go to therapy this week.
No, I did. I just had a great dude, and I'm getting along with my wife better than I ever have. Guys, if you're not married, this is as good as it gets. It doesn't get any better than this.
Guys, this is Bill with therapy, guys.
All right. Hey, everybody, it's Bespoke. After spending last summer on the sidelines, we're all ready to get back out there and make this year's lounge season an epic one. So Bespoke Post is here to take your sand, sun, and surf game to the next level with a new lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections for guys. Talk about your Box of Awesome. I got an awesome pair of earbuds, man, and I'm the most stylish bald ginger walking down the street. Working off the birthday cake, baby. The Weekender bag. Durable and stylish for all the road trips you'll take this summer. The Over Easy Hearty Pancake Cooking Set. Bring the Vermont maple trees to your kitchen for those lazy Sundays this summer. The Age Whiskey Set, so you can sit outside stargazing and taking a sip of fine whiskey like Don Draper. Well, I guess that's the way an adult drinks whiskey, huh? You sit there stargazing instead of sitting in some fucking shithole bar like I used to.
Yeah, you actually sip it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Don Draper, I guess we should all aspire. Bespoke Post only sends guys the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered, from breezy summer styles and grooming goods to travel and outdoor gear. Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box only costs $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code anything better, all capitals, at checkout.
All right. HelloFresh, everybody. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes. Try HelloFresh's quick and easy meals, 15 to 20-minute dinners, breakfast on the go, and more easy options, perfect for your busy lifestyle. Me and Stacy always fight about what to eat, and it just made our week. It was really delicious too. We just had it all set up. HelloFresh offers 27 plus recipes to choose from each week, from vegetarian meals and calorie smart choices to craft burgers and extra special gourmet options. HelloFresh ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered from the farm to your front door in under a week, contact-free, of course. Get a better value. HelloFresh is 28% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store and 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal without sacrificing the quality, according to Zagat Dining Survey. HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order on the app within minutes. Easily change your delivery day, food preferences, plan size, or skip a week whenever you need. When we got this and Stacy was like, I'm making this with the rice, I was like, all right, man, I don't know what to expect. And Stacy goes, we got to do this every night. We got to do this every night. It really was delicious. Go to HelloFresh.com/12better and use code 12better for 12 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/12better and use promo code 12better for 12 free meals, including free shipping. Try HelloFresh today, America's #1 meal kit. Fucking hit that like a split hog. I never knew what that meant, but
I thought it was a good read, dude.
Mac Weldon, everybody, kick off the summer.
Whereas you hit a single up the middle, you're just like, let's see Ty Cobb do that.
All he got was 3,000 something hits, probably a lot more actually.
Yeah,
Mac
but
Weldon,
that was way
everybody.
back, Paul. That was way back when you would have made the league.
All right, yeah, I probably could have too.
You could have. If you came with today's nutrition.
No, I'm only 5'8". I couldn't have.
You're talking about 5'8" was tall back then.
It's true. Yogi, dude. Yogi was a little guy. Mac Weldon, everybody. Kick your summer off in style with brand new, with the brand that's reinventing men's basics, Mac Weldon. Mac Weldon is so much more than just underwear. Their full collection includes t-shirts, polos, button-ups, shorts, pants, swims, and so much more. I literally have their navy blue sweatpants on right now, and I got complimented them on today. And I was like, yeah, it's Mac Weldon. I know that company.
Me and Mark, we're like this.
Yeah, me. From work to working out, happy hour to playing with your kids, Mac Weldon has men's essentials for whatever your day includes. Mac Weldon has the gear for all your summer activities. Dive into Mac Weldon's swim line with the trunk and board short options that are quick to dry and have a 4-way stretch fabric. When you're not in the pool, Mac Weldon's new Maverick Tech Chino Short and Radius Short are perfect additions to your summer wardrobe. They'll keep you comfortable so you can confidently power through your most active days. Mac Weldon also has a free loyalty program called Weldon Blue. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life. Once you reach level 2, by spending $200, you get 20% off every order for the next year.
I like that. Weldon Blue makes
I liked
feel fine.
People walking around like arrogant, like, yeah, dude, I'm level 2. Fucking blue. I'm level 2.
Weldon Blue.
Yeah.
I get my sweatpants before you.
There's like a lounge like at the airport before you go shopping. You could sit in and get a drink. Okay. Here we go. Stay cool this summer and look great doing it all with new collections of men's essentials from Mac Weldon. For 20% off your first order, visit macweldon.com/better and enter promo code better. That's macweldon.com/better. Promo code better for 20% off. Mac Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
No, dude,
Oh,
like,
Bill.
this is the thing, too. If you actually fucking make good points at this point,
Yeah,
and you raise your voice, people then just think that you're fucking angry. I'm not angry, dude. I fucking, dude. Yes, last night, you know what I did? I went for a swim in my pool. 2 strokes one side, 2 strokes the other side. My little fucking kiddie pool in the back. I just fucking, I'm enjoying my fucking life, dude. I don't have, I got rid of the bullshit. I got rid of not the day-to-day frustration, like this fucking cunt today. I'm driving up the street, right? What this new phenomenon since the pandemic where pedestrians just walk in the street and I have to drive over to the other side of the fucking street because your fucking dumbass is still driving in the street, walking in the fucking street. Like that shit will always bug me.
Well, that's how I feel with the bikes around here. The bikes, they're arrogant too because they know. They shake their head. The bicycles do.
Oh, they ride side by side shooting the shit with 5 people behind them.
That's my number one. But you don't utilize that do you utilize a hot tub? Your hot tub, man. I remember seeing that. I was like, dude,
look at me. There is like a 2-hour window between the sun going down and my old ass having to go to bed. I don't have time to heat the fucking thing up.
Oh, you don't heat
I always
it up.
walk to the pool. You know, it's 5 feet deep. I have an in-ground, above-ground pool. And I jump in. I always say the same thing. I just go, I hate this part. But and it's just getting into it. Once I get in it, I'm fine. And there's only one way to get into a fucking pool.
You jump right in, right?
Jump right the fuck in.
Jump right in.
Bullshit where you go down the steps and you hang onto the fucking little aluminum railing. I love how shitty that fucking railing is at everybody's pool. I don't care how nice your pool is. It's like whatever kind of metal that is, it's barely metal. And what it's preventing. If you were ever to slip and fall by yourself and hit your head on the side of the pool, you're now face down in the water. You're going to die. You would think that they'd have something a little more sturdier. I feel like if you were angry enough and you went like this, you could crush it like an empty Coke can.
Get dented for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, I would be, if I had a hot tub, I'd be sitting in it with a stick. But I got to tell the story about the sushi. I got to tell the story about how funny the sushi was. So I see Bill. I'm out in California, and I see Bill. And it's like, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. You know, let's smoke a stick. And we'll maybe get I'll have something to drink. You know, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful. I know you're not drinking, but hey.
No, you slipped one in. You threw a little chin music when we were out there.
Did I?
At some point I was walking, I had my back to you like fucking Jesse James hanging up a picture. And you floated out. You need a drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did. Hey, you test the waters, Paul.
So Bill goes, I go, dude, I've been doing podcasts running around California all day in this fucking rental. I go, I need to eat something. So he goes, oh, what do you want to eat, man? We could order something. So he goes, hold on, let me find out the plate. He goes, what are you in the mood for? And I go, I don't want carbs, maybe some sushi or some steak. Hold on, let me find out the sushi place. He comes down, he hands me his phone with this sushi place and the menu on it. And I just look at it and I go, what's good from here? And Bill goes, oh, dude, everything is good from there. I go, oh, cool. What do you usually get? He goes, I don't eat that shit. It was a fucking comedy. It was in a circle. Like
you know what I was thinking of? I just found out that women who eat fish while they're pregnant, their babies test positive for plastic. Ugh. I don't know how much plastic, but it's just like, all right, I got to go with the cow that's eating the other cow and has fucking hoof disease or whatever. I'm just trying to limit my shit so I don't fuck with fish anymore. I'll eat man-made salmon. Made in the lab. It's all crazy.
Dude, that just fucking really bummed me out.
Well, that's the thing, Paul. And that's the shit that they don't talk about is they sit there and they fucking roast a comedian every week for some dumb joke he did. Do they call out these corporations that's just they pay a fine rather than clean up their act so they stop polluting the fucking ocean so babies aren't born with plastic in them? Tell me a stand-up with the joke that's worse than doing that.
Yeah, dude.
There isn't one. And every fucking week, there's another comic getting thrown on like a fucking Yule log. And these corporations can do whatever the fuck they want. They can have never-ending wars. They can just, support the troops and da-da-da-da. And just frame it all so it all fucking makes sense. But God forbid, Paul, you go fucking out there and you do some goddamn joke. You speak your truth, right? They're going to come down and fucking hammer you. If you're a guy.
Oh shit!
If you're
dude.
a woman, though, I think you have to be a Republican that says some Republican shit. Then you can get in trouble.
Right.
But if you're a lefty woman, you could say whatever the fuck you essentially could say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Within reason. Obviously, you can't just go up there and be overtly racist. But you know what I mean? You're not going to no one's going to try and take your shit and fucking, squeegee it down. Well, that's not squeegee, whatever. Squish it down and make it into something it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely.
You know what's worse now, Paul? Is now
that?
you got comics that are out there talking about other comics. I mean, it's just unforgivable. Like when you go talk back to sports, we're all in the locker room here. Settle it amongst yourselves. Comics have always talked shit about other comics.
Bobby Kelly said it. Bobby Kelly said it, dude. We're in the mob. You keep your fucking mouth shut. And to have comedians sitting on a podcast, hearing about something that happened with another comedian going, all right, so let's talk about
chiming in on a scandal they don't know. They have no information on.
No facts.
Using that for hits.
Unacceptable.
Filming other comics, taking a sliver and putting it out there. Dude, that shit is just like, that is going to be the end of us.
You get whacked for that. In the real mob, you get whacked for that, for real. In the real mob, you go, listen, we can't have it. He's got to go.
Paul, all of a sudden, it's amazing how this shit never fucking happened.
Yeah.
Never happened. And all of a sudden, now it's happening, Paul. It's
Why
weird.
is that? Why?
It was almost like there was some sort of shift. You know why, Paul? Because now there's that's why you can't have kids, bitch. Element is in it.
Oof.
This is what a certain element.
You know what it was? It's like in the mob, no women and children, remember? And now that's like off limits. It was like no women and children. There's rules to this shit. Now there's no rules.
No rules now.
Now there's no rules.
Fucking rules, and it's just like if you just don't like somebody,
yeah,
or you're not happy where your career is, you're gonna go in and pile on.
Yeah,
pile
what about
on.
Guilty by association,
or say shit like, "Hey man, if you got a story, DM it to me anonymously," and it's just like, so I could just like make up a story and send it to you and not even have my name attached to it, and then you're going to present it as fact?
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's fucking insane, Paul. But Paul, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in. Dude, humanity is going to die out. Everybody thought it was going to be some epic Will Smith or fucking Tom Cruise movie. It isn't. It isn't. We're all going to be yelling at each other over the latest on the latest social media platform, ignoring the 800-pound gorilla, as the oceans are all full of trash, 9 people
can't say things that are truth.
Yeah.
You can't say things that are truth, because if the truth that you're stating is against the narrative or the popular narrative of what's out there, you're part of the problem.
That's what it is. But you can lie if it fits the narrative. That's what's going on. But Paul, that has always existed. That has always existed. It's just, it's now in our world. So, which if someone wants to say, well, hey man, that's your just desserts, I can go with that. All right. But it's when it's framed as like, oh, I'm a warrior and I'm a lieutenant general, fucking social justice, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. You're just sort of, you're going off. It's soft. You know what it is about a comedian, dude? You're a soft target. Very easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
He did a joke about Egg McMuffins.
Yeah. My family loves Egg McMuffins.
Some people are born into poverty, and that's what they have to eat. Yeah. They don't get into why people are born into poverty. They get into the joke that you did at a fucking strip mall. Whatever. Let's plow ahead here, Paul. Paul, we do have to make amends with the Brooklyn Nets here.
I mean, look, it was a great performance. It was a great performance by
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we sat there and we're acting like it was a foregone conclusion because of the pile-on team that they were just going to go undefeated. And I feel that now that they actually lost 2 games, I feel that really humanized them. It isn't what happened. I heard a couple of guys got hurt.
Yeah, they got hurt, and Harden tried to play through it. Durant had a game for the ages, one of the greatest playoff performances of any player ever. Guy ended up just shooting 3 after 3, making it, and it was just, what could you say? It was just, anything's possible. Kevin Garnett.
How much more enjoyable was that he was just out there by himself?
Yeah, Harden was. That's the only thing. Listen, and all jokes aside, with Kyrie not in and Harden really hurt, and the performance he put on,
Harden was hurt. Jesus Christ! So KD scored 49, and what? Harden let up 48. I've been watching the hockey, man. The Islanders came out strong that first game, hit them right in the mouth, as they say, with Tampa, and then this last game. Hockey's a weird game, dude, where it's NBA is like a game of runs.
Yeah.
Like they're up by 29 points, and then 5 minutes later you come back from the kitchen with the sandwich. You're like 32-3 run. They're right back in it. Like, what the fuck happened, right? Hockey is like one of those games where just certain night, like last night, Tampa came out when they were up 1-0. The way they were playing, I was like, the Islanders have about 90 seconds to stop this, or this fucking game is over. And I turned out I was wrong, because 5 minutes went by. They tied it up 1-1. But Tampa was just possessed last night. And they just came out. I'm talking game 2 for whenever this thing comes out. But they just steamrolled them, right? Won the game 4-1 or 4-2. Islanders got one late. But I do feel, though, I don't know enough about Tampa, but Tampa really was getting physical and was sort of dropping the gloves and shit. I think in a longer series that will play into the Islanders' hand, because they are definitely a more scrappier, you want to play a 2-1 game, with a bunch of hits and shit. I feel like that's right in their wheelhouse, where Tampa can blow you out. They just have that kind of firepower. So I'm a little I'll tell you right now, I'm a little concerned that they kind of got involved, because even at the end of the game, you won the game, skate off. They were still doing the bullshit, and face washing people, and Islanders were doing it to them. It's like, dude, let them just skate off in silence with no hope. Don't get them all fucking amped up. Yeah. Like, oh man, I wish game 3 was tomorrow. I got to come out and I'm going to fucking kill this guy.
Punch somebody in the mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't motivate him. So I think it's going to be a great series. And tonight I'm going to be watching my adopted team, which is any team that's playing the Canadians, the Vegas Knights. Me and the Vegas Knights go way back to the beginning of this series, Paul.
Yeah. You and the Vegas Knights.
Dude, we
in the league last year.
Like this.
Dude, speaking of hockey, so, me and Lucas always play basketball in the driveway, and my little girl, Sophia, she's playing hockey now. And dude, she's got hockey skates, the full equipment. She goes, Dad, let's go to the rink. Let's go to the ice arena. So I go with my little girl. She's got the helmet. She's got her stick and puck, dude. She's the whole thing. And I go, let me get a stick.
That's really exciting that she.
Yeah, I go, let me get a stick. I'll go out there on the ice with you. Fuck it. I'm an athlete. So I'm starting saying, like, I literally got on the ice, and
I bring something to the party.
There were real coaches and real players practicing on the ice, and real instructors. And they watched me get out there with no helmet and a stick and everything. And I'm going, oh fuck, dude, they're watching me. Right. So I tried to ham it up a little bit. And
they probably thought you were Ty Domi.
Right. Yeah.
5'8" in that head. You were like, is that Ty Domi?
So Sophia goes, hey, Dad, you know the way when you and Lucas play in the driveway, you guys have to end with both hitting a shot? Well, she goes, when me and you are done on the ice, let's end with me giving you a great pass. Dude, first of all, that's like my little girl, dude. Like, my little girl told me these words while we were walking the dog. She said, Daddy, if somebody ever hurt you, she hears about when I'm on the road, if there's a mass shooting, she goes, Daddy, if anybody ever hurts you, she said, I'm going to take a knife from the kitchen. I'm going to kill everybody in their family. And if somebody in their family is my friend, I'm going to kill them too. That's on my children's life. My daughter said that to me. She said, if somebody
I wasn't going to work out today, now I'm going to.
Yeah. She said, if
just motivated me.
She said, if one of the families hurt you in our neighborhood and a little girl, there was a friend of mine, I'll kill her too. My daughter is fucking.
You know what it is, Paul? The most loyal blood on the planet comes from Sicily.
Yeah, Sicily and Greece. She's Mediterranean. She gets it. She
But
fucking.
make no mistakes. With that loyalty comes bodies.
If my daughter was
be a stack of bodies.
Dude, I tell you what, man, if my daughter, if I had a crystal ball and I could see my daughter and they were like, dude, she's going to be a Don, but she's going to be like one of the best. I'd be like, yeah, fucking yeah, dude. She would be a Michael Corleone, and she'd be
Michael.
good. She's Michael. She's Mike. She's not Vito. Vito wanted peace, and Vito wanted no drugs, and Vito wanted rules. That's why when Sonny got murdered, he called everybody. He said, this ends now. Michael wanted to cut all loose ends, just kill everybody. That's what Sophia would be. No. They die. We start fresh. But anyway, I digress. We go into the thing, and she fucking takes the puck, and she just.
That is a great Godfather shirt.
What?
Vito wanted peace. And you just have Brando's face when he's looking at Sonny. Like, well, look what they did to my boy.
Yeah. Look how they massacred my boy. Yeah. Look how they massacred my boy.
Oh.
She passed a dime to me. She gave me a dime, dude. The puck, it went across the ice. I made sure I got it. It went right there. It was perfect. And she just kind of did like this thing like that. And dude, she's like 9 years old, and she's like teaching me to skate backwards. She's going back and forth with the puck. She knows how to spin around. Now she's going like backwards on defense and stuff. I'm telling you, man, next year, Sophia's going to be playing in a hockey, but it's really intense. And I didn't realize how intense and how expensive it is. They were like, yeah, do you want her to do this intense class? And I was like, yeah. And my wife, and they were like, each class is $700, which I don't give a fuck. Like, if she loves hockey.
Dude, fuck, you don't need, what is she going in the Olympics?
No,
$700, $700.
$700. A class.
Per kid. How many kids are in the class?
I don't know, but they have to go into like classrooms. And she goes, Dad, I don't know if I should go that intense out of the gate.
That is one-on-one instruction with Marc Messier. I don't want to put Marc Messier's price out there. I shouldn't have done that. But a fucking.
You get a call later.
A fourth liner NHL journeyman. $700 for 1 hour.
$700 a class, and they got to be in the classroom when they're not on the ice. And she goes, Dad, I don't know if that. She goes, I heard it's really intense. I go, let's just skate. Let's just get you skating good, and then
Yeah, dude, let her go out there, dude. You have fun. You learn about life. You win. You lose together as a team. You learn to shake it off. You learn to not get too fucking full of yourself. The fact that her instinct, she didn't want to end on a goal. She wanted to pass. She's a team player. She sounds like a captain to me.
Yeah, I wanted to play goalie too, and she goes, "Nah." I go, "Why don't you try goalie, man?" I was like, you're smart. You see things.
Paul. You'd have to have a TV show to fucking pay for those pads. A growing kid playing goalie. Do you know how much fucking money that is? I just think it's so funny that she picked hockey and you love to sleep. Dude, those practices, I lied. I said 5 a.m. They're like 4:30.
Yeah. You know what the two most scholarships for college are? This is the truth. Two most scholarships for students in college are women's hockey, men's golf. Oh, Luke is going to hit the links.
Wait a minute. Those are the two number one.
The most scholarships given out in the country are for women's hockey because there's not enough. They need them. They need female hockey players, and golf is, golf, even though golf is on the come up, dude, after Tiger and stuff, golf. Dude, what Tiger Woods did for golf, people don't understand. He made guys want to play in high school, and then when he dropped off and shit, it was just like now it's not as big.
That's because when he won it, he was 3 years out of high school. He was 21 when he won the Masters, I believe. 1997, 96, 97.
No, he might have been 9. Dude, he shot 21 under. He shot 20. His first Masters he won, he shot under 20, like minus 20 or 21.
Oh, yeah.
What, he was 21?
21. Bam! Nailed it, buddy. Nailed it.
Yeah, and I think he shot 20 under or 21 under.
Don't try to fucking get some sort of I did a good job there.
Hey, Andrew, find out how much he won by. Or he was 20 or 21 under.
12 strokes.
That was the first
You
year.
missed
Then
it
what's
too.
the second?
They missed that one too, Paul.
No, what's
You
the
went 0 for
second
2.
year?
Oh, can you give me a victory here? Look
You
at
got
you.
it. No, you got it.
You're trying
You
to
got
make
it.
this about you, but
No,
I
no.
also did this.
I still owe you money.
Hey, listen, Bobby Orr doesn't score that goal unless Derek Sanderson passes him the puck. Okay, Paul, you set me up. You brought up fucking Tiger Woods.
I threw you an alley-oop and you fucking
Okay.
yoked it.
My fucking podcast Hall of Fame speech. I'm bringing up this moment. I'm going to give you a shout out. Just to let you know, you are gonna have lawn seats. I don't know if I can get you the folding chair.
Oh man, dude,
We'll be up there by the food trucks.
Did you ever meet Tiger?
I haven't met Tiger Woods. No, I didn't.
No. You met Barkley, right?
Barkley, I have a weird thing where I have met him 3 times. But it was just in passing. Once I was
3?
I never before I got into this business, I never saw famous people, and I saw him twice. And then I got in this business and I saw him a 3rd time. I saw him, I was on a flight to Alabama, where he's from. He went to Auburn. I had a family member pass away, so I was going down there for a funeral, and he was on my flight. Saw him then, didn't say anything to him. I've never been that person like, hey, I didn't left him alone. And then I saw him at Daisy Buchanan's. The 76ers had played the Celtics, and I was in there drinking one night. And after the game, he came over there, and he was really, really social. Like, I was sort of standing near that. I remember, like, some girl said something dumb, and he was joking around saying, he hit me, goes, go dump a beer over her head, man. I don't know what she's talking about. He was joking. He wasn't being serious. He was just joking. But, like, he was really, like, he was just sitting there, like, wanted to be regular, it felt like.
It'd be funny if you just poured a beer and you're like, yeah.
Round man and rebound. I always loved you, man. Hey, I was just fucking around. But this was back when he was on the 76ers. He still had the hair, And then I saw him. I was doing some talk show. I don't remember which one. I remember I was in the makeup chair, and he just poked his head in. Didn't look at me. He was looking at the makeup ladies, and he just made this face. Like, he's like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, what, like, basic, what the feeling everybody has before they go on a talk show. If you're any sort of a human being, unless you're just like, what am I doing here? I have nothing to talk about. This is, what do I do here?
I'm like you. I don't give a fuck about anything like that. Like, I watched the UFC fight in Austin, and I didn't want to be near where that shooting was. So the editor of this paper, he took me to the east side of Austin, and we went, and there were like actors there. And I literally saw actors that I knew from series. There was an actor from Narcos. I'm like, oh shit. And it was cool. I don't care it's athletes that fucked me up. Like, when I saw Magic, that fucked me up. For me, it's an athlete, and it's over. But
it's gotta be an athlete from when I was a kid and they were bigger than life.
Right. Like Donnie Baseball for me. Like, if I saw Don Mattingly sit next to me in a restaurant, I'd fucking lose my shit.
Yeah.
I'd lose
I hate to tell this to people out there, but as you get older, when you're a kid, they're gods. And then it's like, holy shit, they're my age. And then once you get older than them, they're just somebody that achieved a dream that you never did. You stop looking at them like they just remind you how much you sucked in gym class. I'm fucking with you, man. It's not that bad, but you know what? You know what I love though? When I went to the Dodger game, they got some relief pitcher out there, Mexican dude. I don't know who he is, but they have such like a strong Mexican fan base. They bring this dude out, and he goes up to that Mexican music, which is the equivalent of like Irish bagpipe music, but the Mexican version.
Yeah.
Rather than bagpipes, it has the tuba in the horn section. He comes out to that shit. The fucking place goes nuts. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then they got that guy from the Red Sox. I forget his name, with the glasses, who made the crybaby face.
Yeah.
Astros.
Yeah.
He's out. They got like a lot of like personalities.
Well, a lot of comedians that I've met want to be rock stars. Every fucking comedian that I know, good, top, high, low, there's always a guy's like, I wanted to be a fucking musician. For me, somebody goes, comedians want to be rock stars want to be comedian. I'm like, fuck that. I'm a comedian. I'm gonna be an athlete. I fucking, dude, that shit to me, like, I remember, I got a great story. I was in Connecticut doing some fucking bar show years ago, young, and we walked over next door to a bar, and I get a Corona. There's this black dude in a suit, and he's probably like 6'8", 6'9", and I just fucking looked at him, and he was sitting there with a drink by himself, dressed to the nines, and the fucking Pistons are playing the Spurs in the championship. And this is the series, I believe this is the series that the Spurs won. And I see this tall black dude, like I said.
I want to guess. Where was his fro? Was it down to the skin? Was it here? Mark Aguirre.
No. It's before this. So I just go up to him and I go, hey, man, I go, what? Mark Aguirre lives in Westchester. He plays golf over here. How funny is that? So I go, man, I go, how tall are you? He goes, 6'9". I go, you play basketball? I go, where'd you play basketball at college or something? And he goes, oh, no, I never played college. And I went to the pros. And I go, oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
And I go,
Moses Malone.
I go, what's your name?
Daryl Dawkins.
No. I go, what's your name? And he goes, as a gentleman as could be, he goes, Connie Hawkins. Dude, Connie.
That's before my time.
Connie fucking Hawkins, and he's got in trouble for fucking gambling. And I looked at the thing. I go, who's winning this one? I go, the Pistons or the Spurs? And I'm pretty sure he goes, oh, they got a good team, but that Duncan, he says something about Duncan or something, dude. And I was just sitting there and I'm going, holy shit, he was by himself. We started talking. I'm going, it's fucking Connie Hawkins, dude. Like, that's a fucking, he was a fucking animal, dude. He was an animal
before my time. I remember that name, but that was about a good. That's like, did he play like back with like JoJo White, Dave Cowens, that era?
Yeah, hold on. Andrew, look up what year and what and the gambling incident. There was a gambling thing.
Yeah.
In basketball?
There was a gambling controversy with him.
How do you fix basketball? It's so unfixable.
Despite the fact that he could not have been involved in point shaving as a freshman due to NCAA rules at the time, he was ineligible to participate in varsity level athletics. He was kept from seeking legal counsel while being grilled by New York City detectives who were investigating the scandal. As a result of the investigation, despite never being arrested or indicted, Hawkins was expelled from Iowa. He was effectively blackballed from college ranks. No school would have him. NBA Commissioner J. Walter Kennedy let it be known he would not approve any contract for Hawkins to play.
That's a 30 for 30 right there.
No, dude.
Comes in all wide-eyed, just a kid doesn't know anything, and then they're trying to make a case. Didn't know to ask for a lawyer.
Can you see that? That was Connie, dude. He was an animal, dude. He played for the
60s, 70s.
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall.
ABA. So yeah, it says he joined the Pittsburgh Pipers in the inaugural 67-68 season of the ABA, leading the team to a 54-24 regular season record in the 68 ABA championship.
He's a Laker and a Sun too. So he played with the Pipers when he got in. He was a Phoenix Sun. He was a Los Angeles Laker and a Hall of Famer. But he had college. That's when like the gambling shit. Which now all the shit.
The older kids were shaving points, and he came in and he was guilty by association. That's terrible.
Yeah, but he was so nice, and he passed away. What's that?
I was going to say, in 1969, still recovering from a knee injury from his final season in the ABA. He hit the ground running with the Phoenix Suns. He played 81 games and averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
4 assists. And then, like you said, got knocked out by the Lakers.
Couldn't have been nice.
You know what's funny, Paul? I'm actually a comedian that wants to be a comedian. Even though I play drums, I would never want to be in a fucking band just because, first of all, no matter how big your band is, you're only going to make like relevant albums for such a small window. And then you got to go out and play fucking greatest hits. And if you don't do the same shit every night, the crowd gets mad at you. And then I feel like athletes too. It's just like by the time you're 40, you're done.
Yeah.
Whereas a comedian, you could start at, what did Chappelle start at? 15, 16, 14, 15, 16. And you could be a comedian your whole life. And as long as you stay true to yourself and stay your age, you know, age gracefully, you can still perform to younger crowds. I remember when I was younger and I would watch older comics go on stage, they would think that they needed to act younger to get them. And what that did was just weird the kids out. What you have to do is you got to steer into the fact that you're older than them. And you just make jokes about that. And then they go, oh, this is like my uncle.
Honest.
My dad. Oh, yeah. My dad.
And you know what? As much as being a pro athlete, I would rather be a comedian too. And that's what I am, because all those flights, oh, we're going to Orlando tonight. Like after, oh, we're going to Orlando, then we got to go to Milwaukee. Ah, shit, I'm not going to see my kids. It's like, all right, yeah. Like after a couple of good games, I'd be like, we get to travel to go fucking talk shit and make people laugh. We get to get on an airplane and go tell a fucking bullshit.
Yeah, your job is done in an hour and you always get the ball. You have the ball the whole game. Nobody's going, Paul, give me that mic.
I didn't get enough minutes. I had to hand the mic. I don't know, dude. I got to be honest with you. I'm going to come out to Los Angeles because everybody, by the way, thank everybody listening to the show, rating, reviewing the show. The show is moving in the right direction. Everybody loved Bartnick on the show. We had a great episode. And the sound was great. The studio was great. I'm going to come out to California more than often, like more often than normal. More often than normal.
There you go.
Yeah, more often.
You always mess up the fucking.
What did I?
More often than often. Whatever the fuck you just said. You always back into it the wrong way.
More than often.
More than often. There you go.
More than often. I'm going to come out there more than often.
Tell him, Yogi.
Yeah. I'm going to come.
I know. I fuck up sayings and Bill fucks up names. That's how it's always been.
That's how it always will be.
You've called fucking. I mean, you with names is really funny because you commit. Fucking, you commit. Manny Rivera. I tell you what, dude. You called Mariano Rivera Manny Rivera to the point where
you got me on that guy. You got me on him, and you got me on the
my cousin Vinny
guy.
No, but my cousin
was George Stephanopoulos. But I had the right name. I just had the wrong guy. And they look alike.
He goes, dude, we're sitting hammered at the Ranger game. Hammered. And Burr hits me on the arm. He goes, Virzi, dude, George Stephanopoulos. It was fucking Jeff Gordon. He said it was the car racer, Jeff Gordon. Andrew, he said it with such conviction. I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, but you were like overly excited for George Stephanopoulos of all people.
Well, that's interesting. That's more interesting than fucking Jeff Gordon. It's like a race car driver. That's fucking exciting shit. But this guy was right next to the red phone.
Wrote speeches for Clinton. Yeah.
He wrote speech. Yeah, you write it, I'll say it. You write it, I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get so much poontang. Let me tell you something. Women love those columns. Looks like an erect white dick, just like I'm going to have for 8 fucking years. Dude, that guy would fuck a sink.
Well, that's what somebody said. Somebody goes, Donald Trump, how could you say Hillary? Goes, how could you say that, Don? He goes, I played golf with her husband. He said worse. Dude, say what you want.
As petty as it was for Trump to say that, you know it's true.
Yes.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the audio of those two guys trying to top each other with pussy stories? Wait, I have a better abusive power pussy story.
She played with my ball. No. Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Those two with their story. If you could be a fly on the wall with those two drinking whiskey, telling fucking war stories.
Dude, those two guys you should have them chained to the side of a house. They're fucking dogs.
Dude, fuck the Kardashians and Real Housewives. Do a reality show with Bill and fucking Donald.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see those two idiots.
You wouldn't watch the pilot
I wouldn't want to know
episode?
that they were actually speaking for the rest of the country for, 12 years combined.
Dude, I don't know, man. If CBS did a pilot episode of a show called Bill and Donnie, and it was those guys in fucking golf outfits drinking beer,
Dude, I want to get back to like people doing shit because they're the best at it. I can't do the train wrecks anymore, dude. That guy with the candy addiction, he used to Lamar Odom fighting a kid who used to be in a fucking boy band. I mean, and then I'm listening to people. Hey, did you see the fight last night? Like back in the day, that was like a haggler fight. Hey, did you see that guy from the Hollywood Squares went at it with the Price is Right guy?
What's going on in our world, dude? What's going on in our fucking world? My kids, I'm raising kids in this, and like Miley Cyrus is gonna fight fucking Christina Aguilera in fucking 3 months.
It's always been bad, but we were much better with the illusion back in the day.
It's the internet, is what it is.
Well, now, yeah, everybody has like a YouTube channel, and dude, you know how you just knew that fucking fight was. I mean, first of all, they call it an exhibition. But the kid who's going to fight, before he's going to fight, he looked like excited and happy, like he had been waiting in line for a roller coaster. He had no concern that this guy is going to kill me because the shit is just, it's already worked out. It's worked out. Because I'll tell you, dude, I always like when I watch a professional fight, you try to see the person who looks scared or more concerned. All of them, no matter how fucking... there is that element of you're doing something where you could literally get killed. People die in the ring.
Yeah.
And that kid like mouths something like, oh shit, here we go. Like it was his turn to go down a water slide.
And he's fighting a 6'10" professional athlete. I just did
no. I meant the fucking
Odom.
No, the other one, the other fight, the Mayweather fight. He fought that other guy.
Oh, Logan Paul.
I'm saying,
fight.
He was just sitting there, like he wasn't nervous.
No, because it's fake.
Yes,
it's fake. Floyd Mayweather's not going to put himself in dude. I'm going to make you look good.
I didn't even fucking like. My buddy was like, "Do you want to watch this?" And I said, "No."
I didn't watch a minute of it. Not a fucking.
I didn't watch Mayweather versus fucking the UFC guy. I didn't watch that one either. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. If it was a UFC event, mixed martial arts, he would have destroyed Mayweather. It was better that they made it boxing because Mayweather could make it look good. But the other thing, I actually watched the one with the blonde-haired kid just because my buddy had the fight. I thought, hey, nice night, bring my wife over, and But I felt, dude, I swear to God, it was round 6. Round 6, I had my head back. And the only reason why I didn't fall asleep because I was at somebody's house.
Oh boy.
It was so fucking boring.
That's what happens, dude. What happens is when you're in your 40s, this is what I learned. When you're in your 40s, you yawn a lot. I remember when I was in my 30s, all my friends in their 40s would yawn a lot. When you're in your 50s, if the head goes back on the couch, there's a 60% chance the eyes closed. They're fucking out, dude.
No, it's part of the same thing. Like those dolls. Remember those dolls you had?
Yeah.
Your sister would have a doll. If it put the head back, the eyes went down. If the head comes forward, they open back up. That's how it works.
I did Fighter and the Kid podcast when I was out in California, and Brendan Schaub, who's an ex-UFC fighter, we were talking about this, and I said, Brendan, when you watch your friends now that are fighting, can you see their face walk into the ring? Because, me and you were big on, like, remember the football teams we would watch come out and warm up? I'm really big on, like, somebody's body language and shit. And he goes, if it's my friend, he goes, like, if it's my friend, he goes, oh shit, dude, he's nervous. Or like, if it's like if you're an ex-fighter, but some guys come in looking concerned and then they fuck people up. Like Tyson there was a time where Tyson would they said he would start crying. And then it would turn into rage in the locker room.
But in the locker room, by the time he walked down, he said he was a god.
Oh my God, dude.
A god.
Dude, look at Spinks's face when Tyson's just going side by side and Tyson's just staring at him. It was over, dude. It was fucking over. UFC, you can't really tell because a lot of these guys have they got the mouthpiece in, they just kind of go in there, but he said some guys he could see. He says some guys are going to win or not. Shout out to Giannis Papas, who fucking called the last McGregor fight. He goes, dude, he's nervous. Look at him. He's overcompensating. And he was right. But
yeah, I don't know. I like to watch professionals.
yeah. And you know what? Shame on boxing. Shame on boxing for allowing this. The reason why is because the UFC.
Well, how do you stop it, dude? This is just an independent thing. It's not their fault.
No, what it is, and somebody got mad at the last time I said this. They go, Paul, if you're not seeing relevant boxing matches, you're not a fan. Pay attention. When did fucking Tyson Fury, when Floyd Mayweather fighting a YouTube star is the biggest thing people are talking about boxing? That's the problem. The UFC puts on an event every Saturday. I could fucking have friends over every Saturday and there's a decent card where you could watch it, where boxing, you got to go over to a buddy's house who goes, oh, dude, I got fucking, Aaron Carter is fighting fucking Lamar Odom. I mean, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke, man. It's like, because boxing guys can duck. Boxing is more easily manipulated than the UFC. Dana White, dude, that guy's the best has to fight the best in the rankings. Boxing doesn't do that.
Well, when there's a monopoly on a sport, it's good for the fans. It's good for the fans. If there's a monopoly, that's not good for the performers, because it's like having one bank. This is what the interest rate is, or go fuck yourself. There's nothing competitive about it. So, it's like everything. You got to be a balance to it. I don't fucking know.
Well, hopefully July 10th.
I got a thing I got to go do a voiceover here, and so I got to get ready to go. It's my daughter's last day of school today, so they're all going out to get ice cream. I got to knock out this voiceover, and then I'm going to try to catch up with them.
Well, you just stole my thunder. I was just going to say, guys, this has been a great episode. No, guys, guys, thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Check out our other shows, Bill's Monday Morning Podcast, my Virzi Effect Podcast. Check out all the dates on the sites. We have dates coming up. You could go to the websites for that. Please subscribe to Anything Better on the Anything Better YouTube channel. Like I said, rate, review. It makes the show go up. Get me on my YouTube channel. Check out all the dates we're going to be performing at. This has been episode 20. Until next week, we are out of here. I think that's it, right, guys?
That is it. That's it. I got Vegas coming up July 3rd. The Cosmopolitan and 2nd. July 2nd and 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah, July 2nd and 3rd.
Check Bill out there at the Cosmo, July 2nd and 3rd. And check me out at the Fairfield Community Theater, July 23rd for the Connecticut Comedy Festival. I'll be there. Until next week, we are out of here, guys. Talk to you soon.
Really quick, Paul. Do the Brooklyn Nets win that series?
I think unfortunately they're going to win the series in 7, because the game to win last night, the game for the Bucks to win was last night when they were up 16, and Durant put on one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. And now they got to go to Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going to tie it at 3 in game 6. And then they're going to have a game 7 with the possible Kyrie back. So I think Brooklyn's going to win this series.
Paul Virzi going against the Greek freak, as you say.
Yeah, it's a sin.
Against his own blood.
It's a sin.
All right. That's it, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Episode 21. Who's that? Who's 21? Dion.
Ooh, fuck yeah. I almost said Tiki Barber.
Honorable mention for number 20, Frank Robinson.
That's not an honorable mention.
No,
we should have had that.
Yeah, shame on us. Shame on us.
Dude, that was like one of those no batting glove guys who still hit like no steroids, no batting gloves. The fucking pitcher was like 10 feet higher in the air. Bob Gibson. Well, he was in the other league. He was in the National League. But that guy, he went up against some major. So no honorable mention. Frank Robinson. Yeah, dude, we always got to have one old school one in there.
Yeah, because there's going to be a fan going, hey, last week, no offense, but you fucked up.
Oh, because people should know, Paul. They should know about it in America before batting gloves and steroids and HGH and Botox.
Yeah, and people that hate Barry Sanders. What the fuck? Viking fans. Fuck, man. We had a 20.
Once somebody retires, you give it up to him. There's nobody in Boston that still fucking hates Derek Jeter. If they do, it has to do with their childhood. It's over. Don't
All
worry,
right,
he was
guys.
one of the greatest ever, and it was a privilege to watch.
Yeah, he was fucking great. He cracked jokes at the plate. You guys loved Derek. That's why he loved playing there. He said it's his favorite place. He said
Yeah,
his
we had a
favorite.
great time. Well, we're fucking great fans, Paul. We actually know the game.
Mike Francesa said the
Paul,
best.
we actually
baseball
know
fan.
the game. I want you to hear that. We know
No,
the game.
I was
Unlike
just giving
you
you
New
a compliment.
Yorkers.
I was just telling you.
Oh, hey, fucking
Mike Francesa.
We're gonna clap till you look at us.
Listen,
I'm fucking with you.
Mike
New York fans know
Francesa
this
said
shit. I'm fucking
is the
with you.
best baseball market. He's a diehard Yankee fan. He's a diehard New. He goes, the best baseball market is just Boston. It's just what it is. And fans were losing their shit. And he was just like, "You're a dummy." It is. so
And you didn't say Jorge Posada, who also wore number 20. So I just want to say we didn't
listen.
not honor.
Listen, Jorge Posada is an honorable mention. He's not Frank Robinson, but Jorge Posada, man, a champion, a great catcher for us for many years. Kid came up to the
great dad.
And one thing about Jorge Posada, okay? Don't get it fucking twisted. The kid came up with no batting gloves ever. Nobody did that. That kid came up hand to wood. Hand to fucking wood. And not a lot of
Just
guys
like
did that.
Frank.
Yeah, just like Frank. Yeah, just like
Seemed
Frank.
like you didn't like that. You're like, yeah, just like
No. Just like Frank. It was old times. They didn't have all the gear they have now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's an old school guy. I'm agreeing with you. Jesus, Paul.
Yeah. No. But Frank didn't have to come in there. Is my point. Frank didn't need to be. I gave Frank.
I felt it. You were offended by that.
No, I was not.
Frank Robinson. I mean, I think Jorge would be nice to be attached to Frank Robinson. You took.
Oh,
offense.
I see what you were doing. Okay. I thought the other way. I apologize.
You took it in a negative way.
I took it as like,
What's going on with you?
No, we established.
Usually positive, and all of a sudden, I mean, I throw in a fucking Hall of Famer's name.
You just sounded like a friend of ours.
Mau. All right, that's it, everybody. We will see you next week. We'll see those upstart kids, Paul in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the series is at next week, episode 21. Until then, we are out of here.
All right, we'll see you.